Hello children, you are watching Cherry's online classes. Today we are going to learn how to write the electronic configuration using the Subshells SPDF. You have learnt in smaller classes how to write the electronic configuration using the main shells K, L, M and so on. Okay, so let's start. So we'll start doing it. Remember the subshells SPDF. And after FGHI it goes like that, but we don't need that. Okay, so we'll start with K. K is the first shell, so the shell number is 1 and it is having only one subshell, and that is S, and it is 1S. It is written as 1S because 1 stands for the shell number, and for L you read it as 2S 2P because L is having two subshells S and P, and so you write it as 2S and 2P. M has 3 subshells, 3S 3P and 3D, N 4S 4P 4D and 4F. Is it clear? You have learned that different shells have different energy levels. Energy level of K is lower than that of L, and L is having lower energy level than M, and so on. What about the subshells? Do they have the same energy level? No. So we'll learn how to do it. Now children, we'll have a look at the graph of the energy levels in the increasing order. Okay. Now see, 1S is coming first, that means 1S is having the lowest energy level, and then comes 2S and 2P. 2S and 2P are the subshells of the second shell, that is L. Okay, and then after 2P comes 3S and 3P, and what do you expect the next one to come up? Is it 3D? No. Next one is 4S. And then only 3D comes because 4S is having lower energy level than 3D. Okay, remember that 4S is having lower energy level than 3D. So the electrons will go to 4S and then only it will go to 3D to get filled up. Then comes 4P and the next one is 5S. So you remember only this much, you need to know only this much now. Now you are going to learn how you can find out the increasing order of energy levels yourself. It's very easy. Just keep writing the different subshells as it is shown here. See, up to 7 I've shown, but you don't need all that. You learn only this much. Okay. After writing them in this order, that is the first shell, second shell, third shell, fourth shell, fifth, sixth and seventh I've shown there. After writing them like this with the subshells, draw arrow marks parallel to each other. Can you see that? How it goes? This will give you an idea which one is going to get filled first. Here the first arrow on the top is going through 1S. That means the first 2 electrons will go to 1S, then to 2S, then to 2P, and then 3S, after that 3P and then 4S. See the difference? 3P and 4S, and then only 3D, 4P, 5S, like that. So if you draw parallel arrows like this, you will be able to find out which is having higher energy level and which is having lower energy level, so that it becomes easy for you to do the electronic configuration using the subshells. Okay. Now we learn to write the electronic configuration taking an example. Here I have taken aluminum, and that is having atomic number 13. Now the first step is to write this and put the arrows correctly so that you will know where the electrons will get filled first. Then remember, S can accommodate only 2, P6, D10 and F14. Okay, the first 2 electrons of atom, that is having 13 electrons, will go to 1s. So it is written as 1s2. And then 2s2, 2p6. Now how many are over? 6 plus 4, 10. 10 electrons are over. Now how many are left? 3 are left. So it will go to 3s, but only 2 can be accommodated there. So 3s2. Then one more left. That will go to 3p. So it is written as 3p1. Is that clear? Now we'll do one more. I've taken cobalt here. It's having the atomic number 27. Okay. So what is the first step to do? Write this and put arrows. Okay. And then remember the number of electrons that can be accommodated in each subshell. S2, P6, D10, F14. Okay. Now see, 27 are there. 27 electrons you have to put. So starting from 1s, it is written as 1s2, then 2s2, 2p6, that makes 10 electrons. Now next one is 3s2. You have to look at the arrows after 3s2, which is going to get filled. It is 3p, so it becomes 3p6. After 3p, the arrow goes to 4s, and so it becomes 4s2. Now see how many have filled? 10 plus 10, 20 are over. Now how many are left? 7. So after 4s, where will it go? 3d, isn't it? So it is 3d7. Is it clear? Now you have to remember that all the elements do not follow this method. There are some cases like copper. You see, I have taken the example of copper, which is having the atomic number 29. We'll see in the case of copper what happens. Okay. Now remember, you have to write the shells and subshells in the correct order and then put the arrows, and remember how many electrons can be accommodated in each subshell, and then start writing. So 29 are there, 29 electrons. See how you can fill it. So it becomes 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. Now remember, when it comes to 2p6, 10 electrons are over. Now 3s2, 3p6, and then what comes next? It is 4s2. Don't forget that. So again 10 more. So 10 plus 10, 20 over. Now 9 electrons are left. Now what is coming next? It is 3d, and 3d is something which can accommodate 10 electrons. Okay, and you have only 9 electrons left. So it is possible for it to keep that, but you find that this is wrong. Now see what happens to the electrons in the last two. After filling till 3p6, we'll see one electron from 4s will go to 3d. So 4s 1 you get, and in the next you will get 3d 10. You know why this happens? Here you find that 4s is half filled in the sense actually it can accommodate 2. Half of 2 is 1. So it is having 1 electron. But now look at the 3d. D can accommodate 10 electrons, and D is very happy with the 10 electrons. It is completely filled. So this is a more stable form of it. Okay. Now we are going to learn how to write the electronic configuration for an ion. Here the example I have taken is Na+. That plus sign indicates that it is an ion. That is, sodium atom has lost 1 electron and has become a positive ion. Okay. Now we'll see how we can do it. First step is to write the subshells in the order and putting the arrows, and then remembering how many electrons can be accommodated in each subshell. Okay. Now remember that Na is having the atomic number 11. That is the atomic number of Na. That means it is the number of electrons in the atom Na. Okay. Now what we have taken is Na plus. That means it has lost 1 electron. So how many electrons are there now for the ion? Only 10. Okay. Remember that Na plus has only 10 electrons in it. So now we are going to start writing. See carefully how we do it. First one is 1s2, then 2s2, then 2p6, then how many are over now? 10. Do you have to go to the next? No. 10 electrons are over. So remember, after completing till 2p6, you find that p is also completely filled. Now we learn the first set of subshells in the increasing order of energy by heart, so that it becomes easy for you to do it in the exam. You know that sitting and writing everything in the order and then drawing the parallel lines, it is time consuming. So it's better you learn it by heart. Now see how much you got to learn. For 1s, 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p, and then is it correct? No. Remember, this is wrong. What comes is after 3p? It is 4s and then 3d. Okay. So learn this order by heart so that it becomes easy for you to do it in the exam. So learn it once again. 1s, 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p, then 4s, 3d. Remember 4s and 3. 3d is the naughty one. Okay. So push him to the side. 4s will jump in. Okay. Remember that. I hope you have understood how to do it. So if you have any doubt, please don't forget to comment in the comment box. And also like and subscribe.